Hi students, this is Atowar sir here. So as you know that we the teachers of class 10 are going to take online classes, so I have started from my part. So uh, the first chapter of physics, as you know, in class 9 also I taught you physics, so in class 10 also definitely I will teach you physics part only. So the first chapter of physics and chapter 10, yeah, chapter 10, in page number 160 you can see that is the name of the chapter is light. So we are going to do this light chapter first. This light chapter we are going to do first. Okay, so you got some preliminary idea of light in class 8. You got the chapter light in class 8. So let's recall some topic from there, some knowledge from there, because we should know what is the previous knowledge, what you have the knowledge right now here. But yeah, this laws of reflection you got in class 8, but this is needed in class 10 also, because in board exam some questions are set from here. Maybe 2 marks or 1 marks questions are coming from there. What are the laws of reflection? Write down the laws of reflection. This some kind of questions come from here. Okay, so we should know what is law, what are the laws of reflection. But you got in class 8, that's why I'm telling. But it's okay, I will teach you again this part. So to know the phenomenon of reflection of light, before that we should know what is the meaning of this word reflection. Reflection means to come back. To come back. Reflection means to come back. So to know what happens this reflection in case of light, how to explain law of reflection in case of light has to come back. To come back the light, we should have an opaque surface, a surface from where, when the light is traveling like this, when the light is traveling and it is getting something in its path, it should come back. This phenomenon of coming back of light is called reflection of light. So to come back, we should have a surface to strike the light. Light should strike one surface to come back. Like in class 9, you got echo. Remember echo? I taught you there in sound chapter. When reflection of sound, I explained that one in class 9, last chapter it was. So there we got that when we speak something and we have some obstacle in front of our in front of us, then that sound wave travels like this, traveling, getting some opaque surface here, like a building, like a mountain, then it is coming back and we are hearing the echo. That is called reflection. Reflection, why? Because it is coming back, that's why it is reflection. And that was reflection of what? Sound wave, that's why that is reflection of sound. But here you see, here the light is going to be reflected, that's why this is called reflection of light. This is all about reflection of light. Now you see, to reflect we should use what? There too it was mountain. In case of sound wave it was like a big wall. In case of sound wave, when the sound wave is traveling, it is getting some a big wall or mountain, like that, then it is coming back striking the wall. But here it is not like that, because you see, if you have a light source at the point A, you can see the diagram. At the point A we have a light source, and from that light source a light ray is passing through this, you see, through this line. Light ray is passing, that direction is given, you can see the direction is given from A to the point O, and mind it, this O point is where? This O point is on the surface of a plane mirror. Plane mirror. Now you should understand what is plane mirror. So plane mirror is basically a mirror whose surface is plane. Now before understanding plane mirror, you should understand what is plane. In science, plane you will get in higher classes what is plane. Plane is a two-dimensional surface, 2D, two-dimensional surface. Plane is a two-dimensional surface. That means a plane has only two dimension. There is no third dimension in case of plane. So if I ask you to give one example of a plane, how you will give? You have, suppose, the sheet of a paper. You have the copy notebook, that. So from there, if you take only one sheet, that sheet has only length and breadth, it doesn't have height. So that sheet, you can say that is a plane. So that sheet, we can say that it is a plane. Plane has only length and breadth, there is no height, it will come. That means plane is what? Plane is a two-dimensional surface. So what is plane, you understood? So plane mirror is that mirror which has its surface plane. Means if we give example, then you will understand. The mirror, basically daily use mirror, what mirror we are using, in day-to-day life to see our face and all that. So that is a plane mirror. When we have that mirror, and you have understood now what is plane mirror? That is plane mirror, the mirror whose surface is plane. And what is plane? Plane is a two-dimensional thing, two-dimensional surface. And there is no third dimension in case of plane, like the sheet of the paper, like the sheet of a book. So plane mirror, you understood what is plane mirror? Plane mirror is that mirror, from example purpose you can understand that plane mirror is that mirror whose surface is of two dimension, there is no third dimension in it. Okay, so the dressing table, in dressing table we are having the mirror, that mirror is a plane mirror. Okay, so if we have the plane mirror, now how to draw the mirror, you have to understand. So to draw the mirror, it is not possible to understand, to draw this one in case of a sheet and all that. But to understand the mirror, the mirror is having two surfaces. One surface is called reflecting surface. Which one is reflecting surface? This one. This is reflecting surface. Why this surface is called reflecting surface? Because we have reflection in this surface only, in this surface, the above surface, you see, above surface. And the below surface, you see, as we have already know that we have already seen mirrors. Mirrors are been colored in one surface. Why it is colored? So that any light that is coming from a point falling on it should come back to its original medium, so that it should not pass through it. Okay, it should not be transparent. To avoid the transparency, what we do, we coat some color, red color, like I think I have got green also, green color, red color, that is coated in one surface, so that any light it is coming to its surface, it is falling to its surface, should not pass through it, and it should reflect. So that's why one surface is colored. So how to show the colored in case of in sheet of the paper? This way. Suppose this is the mirror you are going to draw. So these are given so that we can understand this is what colored surface is. This is colored. Okay, this is colored surface. So here in this PDF we can see that this is what? This is a colored surface. And in science, colored surface is called opaque surface. Okay, there are two surfaces in plane mirror. One surface is called opaque surface, and the other is called what? Other means the above one. This is known as reflecting surface. Why the name is reflecting surface? Because in that surface reflection occurs. Okay, reflection happens. Now understood what is plane, what is plane mirror. Okay, now This was in class 8, but still I am going to discuss this one because questions come from here. Now, one source is there. You know what is source? Source is that thing from where we are getting source of light. We are getting the light. Okay, from A, one light source is there in point A, at the point A. So from the point A, one light is coming. This is light ray. As we know that light travels in a straight line here. So the light is coming from the point A and coming and falling where? Falling on the mirror at what? At the point O. In science language, in the language of science, this ray of light which is falling on the mirror is called incident ray. Incident ray. Okay, this is called incident ray. It is already written here, you see. Why it is called incident ray? Because it is falling means it is incident. Okay, falling means where it is falling? It is falling on the surface, on the plane surface of the mirror. Okay, on the plane mirror it is falling, so that is called incident, and the ray is called incident ray. So a ray of light is incident, and where it is incident? On the surface of the plane mirror. At what point? At the point O. That's why the point O is called point of incidence. Point of incidence. Understood? Understood? Incident ray, incident point. This point O is called incident point or point of incidence. And AO, what is AO? AO is the ray which is coming from the point O, falling on the point, coming from the point A, falling on the point O. That ray is called incident ray. Now, as this is coming and falling on the point O, definitely it will not pass through it. It will not pass through the mirror. Why? Because the back surface is colored. It will not pass through it. So it will come back to its original medium. So how it will come back? It will come back like this, in this way, this one, towards B, from the point O towards B. Now, so this OB is called, OB ray is called reflected. It is already written there, no need to write. Reflected ray. Why the name is reflected ray? Because the light, after falling on the point of incidence, that means after falling on the point O, is reflected back. Reflect means what? Coming back. So reflected back to where? To the original medium. This is suppose air, this is air, so this is air medium. So original medium, it is coming back. So now you see what we got. We got the plane mirror, we got the incident ray, we got the point of incidence, we got the reflected ray. So AO is what? Incident ray. OB is called what? Reflected ray. One thing you mind it, you remember that one. Please don't say BO. Why? Because your ray of light is going from O to B, not from B to O. There is a direction. Okay, because light travels in a definite direction, so we have to say in its order. Okay, light is here from A to O, it is going, that's why we are naming it AO. From O to B it is going, we are naming it BO. I'm sorry, OB. So what we have to do? We have to say that the incident ray is AO, the reflected ray is OB. Now we have to draw a normal. Normal, you know, perpendicular. We have to draw a perpendicular on the surface of the, listen, on the surface of the plane mirror. But where? We can draw here also, na? We can draw here also. No, we cannot draw that to that point. We have to draw, listen, we have to draw the normal only at the point of incidence. And what is the point of incidence? O. So at the point of O, we have to draw a normal. How to draw normal? You know that normal is a perpendicular on the surface of the plane mirror. So this is the ONO or ON. There is you can say NO also. ON also, because this is not the ray of light. Okay, this is just a normal, this is just a perpendicular. Okay, now this normal, you see, normal NO is making some angle with the incident ray. This incident ray, what was the incident ray? AO, is it? AO is the incident ray. AO incident ray is making, and one more thing before that I have to tell you, this direction is very very important, from A to O, from O to B. If you are drawing any ray diagram, this is called ray diagram. Okay, ray diagram, if you are drawing any ray diagram, you are not giving the direction, teacher will not put any mark on it, they will not give you mark. Okay, remember this. If you have drawn one ray diagram, remind again, remind once, you have given the direction or not, and you should give the direction in a proper way, like from A to B. So you have to give this direction from A to B, from O to B, then you should give the direction from O to B. Understood? Now this AO, this AO is making, AO is making some angle. You see, it is making some angle with the normal. That angle is made by whom? That angle is made by the incident ray. That's why this angle is called angle of incidence. Angle of incidence, or angle of incidence. Okay, angle of incidence, or we can say that incident angle. Incident angle. Okay, incident angle or angle of incidence. Why it is angle of incidence? And we have to denote it by I. I stands for incidence. That's why we have to denote by I. I is the angle which is made by what? By the incident ray with the normal. Remember this. Again, you see the reflected ray. Which one is the reflected ray? Definitely OB. Okay, OB reflected ray is that ray also makes an angle with the normal, and that angle is called reflected. Okay, reflected angle or angle of reflection. Reflected angle or angle of reflection. Whenever I am speaking something, you should note it down. I am speaking very slowly, so you should, you can note it down. That's why I'm speaking very slowly. So incident ray makes an angle with the normal is called incident angle, and reflected ray makes an angle with the normal is called reflected angle. Understood? And incident angle is denoted by I, and reflected angle is denoted by R. Okay, so what we got a reflection of light. And if anybody asks you, suppose your brother is in class 8, he is getting a reflection of light, he can ask you what is a reflection of light, please explain. So how to explain reflection of light? You have to say that the phenomenon of light, this is reflection of light, is a phenomenon of light where the light ray is passing and it is getting some obstacle in its path, and the obstacle is what? Optical surface. This is called optical surface. This surface should be optical. This is an optical surface. If a ray of light is passing and it is getting one optical surface in its path, the ray of light comes back to its original medium. Original medium means what? Which medium? From where it is been started to move. Okay, so this medium is what medium? Air. So it will come back to its original medium. The phenomenon of light, where the ray of light, when it is passing through it, it is getting an optical surface and it is coming back to its original medium, is called reflection of light. This phenomenon is called reflection of light. And what happens in this case? AO is called incident ray. Incident ray is making one angle with the normal, and the normal, remember, the normal should be drawn where? The normal should be drawn on the point of incidence. And what is the point of incidence? O point. O point is the point of incidence. So that angle is called I, and I, that is I is a notation. We have to note, I mean, denote something. So by I we denote the incident ray, by R we incident angle, and by R we denote the reflected angle. Now what are the laws? That is very important. What are the laws? Okay, wait. What are the laws? Okay, this is, you see. Okay, let's start. This one here, a part is given so that you can understand. This is the first law. First law says that I is always equal to R. What is the meaning? You have to write in sentence also. I have not written. You have to write also that in sentence also, not in mathematical form. Both in mathematical form also, or uh, in sentence also. How to write the law of reflection? The first law of reflection, what it is? The incident angle I and the reflected angle R is always, they are always same. They are same. Okay, they are equal. How to write? The incident angle and the reflected angle are always same, equal, always equal. Not, you write equal, not same. Okay. What is second law? Second law says that incident ray AO, this is AO, reflected ray OB, and the normal ON, this is N, and the normal ON, where it is drawn on the point of incidence. So what we got? We got that the first law we got I is equal to R. Second law we got that incident ray AO, this is A, this is N, AO, reflected ray OB, and the normal ON, they all lie at the same plane. You see, are not they laying on the same page? Are not they laying on the same page? Yes. This page is what? A plane. As I already explained, what is plane? Plane is a two-dimensional surface. You see, all are laying at the same two-dimensional surface. That means that is called two-dimensional surface. That is called two-dimensional plane. Okay. So this is called what? This is called the second law. Second law, how to write? You have to understand second law, because please don't memorize the second law, because it is very important to understand. The first ray, that is what ray? Incident ray AO, you see this ray, reflected ray OB, this ray, and the normal ON, they all lie at the same plane. Are not they laying on the same board? Yes, they are laying on the same board, means same plane. You have to understand by this. So this is what? The second law. So there are two laws only we have. Laws of reflection, we are having two laws of reflection, and these are the two laws. First law is how to write. I'm speaking, you have to write. I have not written here. The angle of incidence and the angle of reflection are always equal. That is, I is equal to R. This way you have to write. And the second law you have to write as it is. I have written here. Okay. Okay, students, this is what? This is the first, you can say first video. This is, I'm going to end the video here. Again, next video I will explain what is spherical mirror in the next video. Okay, thank you.